Hello, my name is Jim Mullaney from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Tuesday, August 11, 2020. Hope that everyone is staying safe with the COVID-19 epidemic. At SciTech, we're going to be trying to follow all the safety protocols we can. Normally, I'd be wearing a mask down in manufacturing, but because I'm in final test, you wouldn't be able to hear me. I take it off for just this video. Today, I'm doing a video source inspection of a refurbished customer's ST-260. This is put on our YouTube channel, so we do not give the customer's name out for their protection, but I will reference their PO number, and it's 100567636. Many customers send us their machines to do refurbishment of them. Our refurbishment program to a customer's tool is equal to what we would do on our own tools. What I'm going to go ahead and do is start the tool, and then while it's running, talk about our refurbishment program because it's kind of boring just watching it run. So this has a 328 controller. It's simple. This is for 4-inch wafers. You simply take the cassette and load it and hit start. Okay, step one, the door is locked, which it should be. You're in the rinse cycle. The typical 328 process is a rinse and dry one, dry two. The dry one is a higher RPM dry to sling the water off of the substrates and off the cassette and the rotor. It also uses a hot end to and a blanket heater. Dry 2 uses the same heating sequence, except for it's a more elongated dry. There was many studies done at Semi-Tool and other companies that show you the lower RPM you can achieve in drying, the better particle count you tend to get. So right now we're just in a run system. Door sealed and the system power is on. My timing is about 60 seconds for rinse, 90 seconds for dry 1, and 210 seconds for dry 2. So this will be about an 8-minute process altogether. A little bit more. So let's talk about a remanufacturing process. Actually, to kind of show you what we do here, and these tools are going through tests. Here's other tools that are our customers. This was sent to us by a customer to get refurbished. This is another customer to be refurbished. This is a system that we are refurbishing for, that we sold to a customer with our new state-of-the-art slick device controllers. We also have a double stack. This is an 8-inch system with our state-of-the-art slick device controllers. These are all hopefully be out of test and in shipping this week. And we actually have multiple tools that need to come back into final test this week because we have quite a lot of tools on back order and our manufacturing staff is pretty busy. Okay, going into dry 1. You might have noticed the water stopped in the high RPM. That's what we're doing now. Nice and smooth, everything's good. So in our manufacturing process, when a customer sends us their tool in, first thing we do is we do an evaluation. We take the tool, we try to set it up and find out how many defective parts there are, where they're at, and what's wrong with the tool. We then go ahead and send that evaluation to the customer if there's going to be any extra cost. In our standard purchase order acceptance, we have a line item for extra costs, but so we don't have to go back and have a revised PO. But we identify to the customer what those are, so they're aware of it, so we just don't charge randomly. So after it's evaluated, a system like this is torn down to the base metal plate inside of here. The bowl is taken out. We have a special refinishing process at SciTech, proprietary to us, that we do here in the building. Then we send it back out for a new electropolish to make sure there's no contamination on the bowl. We send out our heater manifolds, anything to do with the N2 line, to have a newly electropolished. We then start reviewing the tool after it's broken down. We rebuild the ACR valves, the motor. We ohm out all the wire harnesses. We ohm out the heater blankets. We check all the subcomponents. We rebuild the rotor stop positioner. So we do everything as a component level first or a small build level. And then when everything's built and refurbished and packaged, we start the build of the tool. Okay, we went into dry 2, which is low RPM. You probably saw that drop down. Once when the tool is broken down like that and all the parts have been rebuilt or replaced, we start the rebuild process. We start with the bowl, the motor, and so forth. We build it back up, just in no poly, just the tool itself in our dry manufacturing. We then, after the system is built and been completely tested, there's a second technician QC to make sure that it matches our needed QC report. If it passes here, it moves into wet test. Then it's hooked up to our DI system. It's debugged again in case there's any issues with an ACR valve or a fitting to be tightened, etc. Once that's done, we have another QC and final test. If the tool passes that, it goes into a 50 process run sequence. If it has no faults, then it's passed over to sales for the video and for shipment. And that's where this system is right now. You notice this light went on now because the heaters are on. So now we have the heater on. system power, and the door still sealed, you can see. So we have a very, very detailed remanufacturing process. What we do for a customer's tool is how we do our own tools. So there's no variance. We don't have different levels of it. We only have the Cytec high quality level that we've done for years. We've done over 2,000 systems, so we believe, the worldwide expert on remanufactured spinner wrench dryers. We also have, let me check on my time here. We have about a minute and a half to go. We also have 100% spare parts in these tools. Everything on this system we can sell you. Motor, an ACR valve, a heater blanket, N2 manifold, the valvings. This system actually, I can see down there, has been upgraded with our new SMC valve assembly. The old Humphreys have been discontinued a couple years ago, so we have an upgrade that we do to tools. This one's already been upgraded. So we can supply any customer on the ST, the S, or the F, all versions, all parts. And again, we have an upgraded controller for the F and the S, which is the state-of-the-art controller. It takes any traditional spinner wrench dryer and brings it up to the newest technology available on spinner wrench dryers as of today. At the end of this process, since I'm going to run out of time here, it's called the rotor stop positioner. We reference it RSP. It's actually on the back. It has a piston that'll shoot out. It'll upright the cam to a specific spot we call the home position, which is 12 o'clock, and it'll upright it to here. On the 328 controllers, it's not RPM driven. It's based inside the controller on time. It's out of our control. It's the semi-tool design. So a lot of times you'll see the rotor stop and just sit there at whatever angle, waiting for the timeout of the controller before it allows the RSP to upright it. So you'll see that in a second. And then at that point, you might not be able to hear, but I'll be able to hear the door release. That's the door seal. And I'll be able to open it. I'll check for the hot end too, and I'll check for the dry of the wafers and the cassette and so forth. Let's see down below how much time we have still. Okay, we have about 10 seconds. Yep. So we'll see in a second here. All right. Spinning down. There's what I talked about, where it stops on its own, but the RSP is not fired yet. And then we're kind of in it's sometimes, depending, it's about a 30-second delay, but it happens after it hits zero. So why it's spinning down, that's part of the delay, and different rotors spin down faster and slower. So you can't be very specific on the exact time. There we go. I heard the door release, upright to home position. Yep, don't want to burn my hand there, pretty hot. Okay, cassette's good, nice and warm, wafers are dry, looks great. Bowl's in beautiful shape, looks beautiful. So let's continue real quickly on the other tools we support. Obviously with the semi-tool spinner wrench dryer line, we have complete remanufacturing, complete customers repairs. We do controller repairs, motor repairs. We sell our own systems. We have state-of-the-art controller upgrades. We have our new servo amp. We have everything. So on the spinner wrench dryer, we are the place to go for any parts you need worldwide. We also have two other product lines that kind of fall into wet processing, which is the Integris Floor HTC box washer. We do quite a lot of those. We believe we're the world expert on that. On our website, you'll see a lot of spare parts that we've engineered for that tool. We also do quite a lot of the single mask and wafer cleaners. That's the Ultra T, Ultra K&S, and Ultratech. Both high pressure and then brush scrub. We, I think, now have 5 systems in stock. We're manufacturing one every month or two for customers. We sell quite a lot of those, and we have lots of spare parts. Part of our metrology work, we do microscopes, nanometrics tools, KLA tools, particle counters. We're doing a refurbishment of a particle counter now. We do the Alpha Step 200 profilers. We have DECTAC 3 STs in stock. We have a Nikon microscopes, high power. We also have a low power inspection systems, brand new. So we have quite a lot of systems to look at. We also, with the photoresist side, we do a decent amount of the YES LP vapor prime ovens. We also do quite a lot of pump repairs and selling pumps, the IDI, Cyborg, Millipore, etc. We also have controllers and controller cards for those product lines. We have on a regular basis customers sending us their pumps and to be rebuilt. Everything we do at Cytec 100% is refurbished. We don't have any lower standard than that. We also video every tool that goes out the door, so the customer knows when it was finished, it was in great shape and was put in its crate. We can't control shipping companies but we do support all of our tools no matter what happens. If something happens, 1 out of maybe 1,000 times the shipper has a problem, but our packaging is so well that the tools arrive in great shape. So that is going to finish my simple source inspection of a remanufactured for a customer semi-tool ST-260 spin rinse dryer. Again, my name is Jim Mullaney. Today is Tuesday, August 11th, 2020. Hope everyone stays safe. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at 916-797-9000, or you can go to any product on our website and click Contact Sales, and we'll receive an email to contact you. Thank you. Have a great day.